All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told these runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A carry for Dickerson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Montana. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. It's Montana. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Eric Dickerson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They will look to throw. Montana throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Running it with Dickerson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Montana to throw. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Montana going to keep it on his sneak. Then he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Buccaneers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And it's a pick 6. Action with Montana. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Finding room in midfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. 2 remaining as we start this Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 7, Montana. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And in for the bucket. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. The kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. To throw right away, here's Montana. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, a pick six on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Montana to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, a run with Patterson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Throwing again on second down. Fields. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. J.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Dickerson on the handoff. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun, here's Montana. And he's got the hook up for the first time with Herman Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep for Moore. And he's got it inside the 10. And a huge play that time. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd down and goal. Montana. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From the 6. Well, now how about this return?
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw, Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Herman Moore, 57 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
to the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Fields on first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. On first down, Montana. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It works to the defense's advantage on that play.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. So another catch for Herman Moore. Back in his day, he was a volume receiver. He still is, I guess.
He had no doubt about it. What do you have, over 100 catches 3 different times in the league? That's pretty impressive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
He's going to air one out.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run now with Dickerson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Of everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
2nd and 5.
To throw is Montana. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back to Dickerson here on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Fields now to throw.
This is brought in by Casper. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Fields throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Donald Parham from 17 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Montana. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by the 8-time Pro Bowler, Steve Atwater. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
A carry for Dickerson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Montana. And this is caught. He hits more. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Running it with Dickerson. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining. Boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Back to throw, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. So